couldn't sleep that night. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw the girl's smiling face, the word "next" carved over her. My mom asked if I felt sick the next morning because I looked so pale. But I just told her I didn't sleep well. How could I explain? She wouldn't have believed me anyway. At school, Kyle acted like nothing happened. "It's just some weirdo messing around," he said. But I could tell his voice wasn't as confident as usual. Sarah didn't say much either. She kept her notebook closed, which was weird. She was always scribbling in it. It was like none of us wanted to talk about it, but none of us could stop thinking about it either. A couple of days went by. I almost convinced myself to forget about it. Maybe it really was just a prank. But then, more strings appeared. Not just in the woods. This time, closer to us. One tied around the bike rack at school, another looped around Sarah's mailbox. And one morning, when I opened the front door to grab the paper for my dad, I froze. A piece of red string was tied to the railing on our front porch. I don't know how long I stood there staring at it. My hands went clammy. My throat felt tight. I wanted to scream for my parents, but something in me knew I couldn't. I just untied it, shoved it in my pocket, and pretended nothing happened. That afternoon, I showed it to Kyle and Sarah. Kyle laughed it off, but I could tell he was scared too. Sarah just whispered, "They're getting closer." We decided we had to follow the trail again. Maybe we'd find more boxes, more photos, something to explain what was happening. The woods felt different this time. Darker, even though it was only mid-afternoon. The strings seemed fresher, brighter red against the gray bark and dead leaves. We followed them deeper than before, until we reached another clearing. And sure enough, there was another box. Kyle opened it again. Inside was another photograph. This time, it wasn't the girl. It was a boy, younger than us, blonde hair, wearing a striped shirt. His smile was lopsided, like his mom told him to pose for the picture. And written across his face in black marker, "Gone." Sarah gasped and dropped her notebook. I felt my stomach lurch. Whoever was leaving these boxes wasn't just playing a game. Something had already happened to this kid. We wanted to go to the police, but Kyle said they'd never believe us. "We'll just look like dumb kids making stuff up," he argued. And honestly, I think we were too scared to involve adults. Like if we said it out loud, it would make it real. That night, I dreamed about the girl again. Only this time, she wasn't smiling. She was standing at the foot of my bed, hair hanging over her face, whispering a word I couldn't hear. When I woke up, my window was open. The next morning, there was another string, tied to the tree in my backyard. That's when I lost it. I told Kyle and Sarah we had to stop. Whoever was doing this wasn't just messing with us. They were watching us. They knew where we lived. I wanted to tell my parents, the police, anyone. But before I could, Sarah showed up to school looking like she hadn't slept. She slammed her notebook on the table and hissed, "It's us." She opened to the last page, and there it was. A photo of me, taken from across the street while I was getting the mail. My head bent down, my hand reaching for the box. And across the photo, in thick black marker, "Next." I couldn't breathe. My chest locked up. I wanted to deny it, say it was fake, but I knew deep down it wasn't. Someone had been there, watching me, taking pictures. Kyle tried to be the brave one. He ripped the photo in half and said, "We're burning all of it. The strings, the boxes, everything. We're not playing this game anymore," but even as he said it, I think we all knew it was too late. because that night, when I went to brush my teeth, there was something sitting on the bathroom counter. Another box. My hands were shaking so badly I could barely lift the lid. Inside was a mirror, and written across the glass in black marker, backwards so I could only read it when I looked at myself. You. I never found out who left those strings. The police said it was just kids pulling pranks when I finally told them years later. But every now and then, when I'm walking home alone, I see it again. A thin piece of red string tied around a pole. And I don't know if it's still meant for me.